So booing in sports can be dated all the way back to the Geico caveman era. You know, when there was a caveman that was attempting to draw something in a cave, and then there was a fellow him/her caveman heckling and, if you will, booing the other caveman for his poor attempt to actually reflect what fire actually looks like in a cave wall. Look, booing in sports is a big part of what happens. We all like to boo the other teams. We love to boo the commissioner when he comes out at the start of the National Football League and or NBA drafts. Booing is certainly acceptable until, of course, last night in Chicago, where the Chicago Bulls fans, or at least a large portion of the Chicago Bulls fans, thought it was okay to boo a man that has been dead for 6 years. That's right. Jerry Krause, the architect, the guy that brought you Scottie Pippen, the guy that brought you Phil Jackson, the guy that brought you the Worm, Dennis Rodman, and so many other players, if you will, the actual architect of the 6 NBA rings that the Chicago Bulls were able to compile in the 1990s. An absolutely shameless display by the Chicago Bulls fans last night. To the video we go.
Time NBA champion, two-time NBA Executive of the Year, represented by his wife Thelma, Basketball Hall of Famer and former Bulls general manager Jerry Krause.
I just felt so bad for his wife there, as she had to hear the boos rain down. Look, it's one thing for Jerry Krause to be booed by the Chicago Bulls fans, which he was in 1998 when the Chicago Bulls were actually celebrating all of their championships. And they went ahead and made an announcement and brought in the team. Here's some video from that. Now, remember, Jerry Krause is alive at this point.
Fans around the world to congratulate the 1997 NBA champion Chicago Bulls, a team for our time, the basketball team of our time, and one for the ages.
The architect of the 1996-97 Bulls championship team and two-time Executive of the Year, Jerry Krause.
So, you know, Jerry didn't have a problem with being booed, I think, back in the day. He was certainly happy to be the villain. Here's what Steve Kerr had to say after the Golden State Warriors took down the Chicago Bulls in Chicago last night.
I didn't hear it. I was in the locker room, but somebody just told me about it, and it's shameful. It's absolutely shameful. I cannot believe. I'm devastated for Thelma and for the Krause family. What can we possibly be thinking? I cannot believe that the fans. And you have to understand, when you hear boos, it's not all of them, right? So the fans who booed, they know who they are, and that's to me, it's absolutely shameful, and I'm devastated by that.
Steve Kerr is absolutely right. Just a terrible incident in Chicago last night. I'm not really sure, what else to say on this particular topic, other than to say, booing sometimes isn't as bad as it sounds. I think, however, the person that you're booing does need to be alive in order for it to resonate in any way. I mean, in the great Rocky IV movie, Rocky goes into the Soviet Union and he takes those boos and he turns them into cheers. That is something that Jerry Krause no longer is able to do since he's no longer alive. that is it for this episode of the House of Takes late night show. If you haven't had a chance, do check out our NBA show as well.
You've been listening to the House of Takes NBA show with Dave Daba, presented by Stealth.ltd.